Hey, what's up, everybody? JC here. Mario should be joining me shortly. Today's topic is: should a woman wait for a man to find her, or should she be more aggressive in the dating game? So everybody gather around. JC and Mario back at it again. See, everybody gather around. What's going on, Rochelle? How's everybody doing today? What's going on, Rochelle, Susan, Annie? What's going on, everybody? Everybody gather around and waiting on Mario to join me real quickly. Hey, what's going on? But yeah, I mean, for me to just start off, I feel that, you know, men are the guys that are supposed to pursue the woman, but I feel like women could do a lot better job as far as being themselves more available. As far as, there's nothing wrong with saying hello, you're handsome, nice shirt, nice cologne you got on. I don't see issue with that. But I do feel like it is a man's job to go out there and pursue the woman, and because it is who finds a wife, finds the good things, and receives favor from the Lord. So I do feel that men are supposed to pursue, but it has to be mutual as far as both sides. You know, both sides have to be connected to each other. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with saying, you know, you have a nice shirt, you know, I like your videos, you know, I want to share your videos, you know, what's going on, or hey, you know, putting yourself out there could be approached. Because a lot of guys, they have an issue with their confidence as far as approaching a woman. You know, we'll see a woman a mile away, we want her, but we don't have the confidence enough to go out there and approach her, introduce ourselves to her, give her a name, a business card, or just ask for her phone number. So a lot of stuff that a lot of guys are dealing with internally when they see a woman for the first time, you know. Hey Mario, what's going on? Hold on. What's going on, Aisha, Kella, Jesse? Yeah, like I said before, it's a lot of stuff that a lot of men go through as far as approach anxiety. Hold on 1 second, I'm trying to bring on Mario real quick. Hold on, everybody. What's going on, Liz, Stephanie, Candace? Everybody gather around. Hold on 1 second. Hey Mario, did you get the invite? Hold on 1 second. Hey Mario, did you get the invite? Okay, Alicia said, I think a woman can let the man interest when I wait for the man to pursue me. Yeah, like I said, there's nothing, like I said, the man is supposed to pursue, but I'm saying there's nothing wrong with you showing interest, like, you know, like with this video, like you sharing this type of video, you liking this post, you sharing his post, you know, or even you just waving at him in his inbox. There's nothing wrong with that, as far as that way he knows that this woman is different, you know, or that she's suffering herself, that she's interested in him. Because the thing about it is, with us as guys, as far as we having a lot of choices, a lot of options, the women that don't get chosen are the ones that aren't really putting themselves out there like that, you know. Because if I have a lot of people on my list and I can pick and choose, then, you know, I can pick and choose who I want, you know. But you're not putting yourself out there like, hey John, I'm here, I'm available. Then I don't know if you're interested or not. And then a lot of times, a lot of women they'll say like, "Oh, I was interested in you, but you never put yourself out there." I'm like, if you don't put yourself out there, then I'm not gonna know what the deal is. Hold on. What's going on, Mario? You're not getting on? It's not letting you get on. What's going on, Remy? Like I said before, like I said, it's gonna be tough as far as guys having that approach anxiety to go out there and approach women. A lot of men they feel like a woman, their body language may be off. You know what I'm saying? Oh, what's going on, man?
What's going on with you, man?
I'm good, brother. Long time no see. What's good with you, man?
No doubt, no doubt.
Yeah, introduce
I
yourself
was
to
waiting.
everybody that
I
don't
was,
know
I was waiting
about
for that
you.
invite.
Yeah, I sent it. I don't know what's going on. Facebook be acting up sometimes.
No doubt, no doubt.
Well, yeah, give the
So
people
where you at
your
so far?
introduction. You said what?
Let me let me see something real quick. Hold on. Cause you coming in kind of muffled. I want to see something real quick. Do I say something else?
Yeah. Is this muffled?
Okay. So where you at so far with your conversation, man?
No, I was just saying that I was saying there's nothing wrong with a woman putting interest out there, but I do feel like a man is supposed to go out there and pursue the woman. There's nothing wrong with saying, "Hey, handsome," or "Nice shirt, nice cologne you got on, nice shoes." That way, he knows that you're interested in him. Because as the woman, you gotta sit there and separate yourself from the other woman. It's cool to
Okay.
say that I'm gonna wait for my husband to find me, but if he doesn't know that you're there, he can't find you. He's not gonna go out there and approach you if he doesn't feel like you're approachable.
No doubt. I'm about to say some shit that's about to rattle people cages. So I'm gonna need them to share this real quick. I'm about to say some
Hey,
shit.
no, but introduce
First of
yourself
all,
though.
are you
Introduce
ready?
yourself though. Introduce yourself.
Oh, introduce. Okay. I thought you already had that for me, brother. I thought
No,
because we was
I
having
need you.
technical difficulties.
I need you to
You
follow
had already let
protocol.
them know
Follow
who it
protocol.
was. Ladies and
Follow the
gentlemen, if you don't know
protocol.
what it is, if you don't know what it is, you should know who it is. It's Mr. KTU 101 coming at you with another live one. So I'm here with my brother JC, and he wanted to talk should a woman pursue a man? So obviously he's already been on the line talking a little bit because JC is team female. He is team female. Men supposed to do X, Y, and Z. So he be bringing me into the situation. So since he brought me in the situation, we're gonna have this conversation. First of all, ladies, I'm gonna tell you right now, you need to stop being lazy. Stop being lazy. Stop thinking that God is gonna do X, Y, and Z. Think about it. God, listen. You don't wait on God to get your hair done. You don't wait on God to go get a job. You don't wait on God to go to the club. It's interesting to me what you wait on God for. And I know the cliche statement is, well, in the Bible it says, he who waits. It's a cliche statement. It's a cliche. It's a cliche. I believe it to be a cliche because people choose religion like they choose their underwear. They choose religion. Oh well, I'm gonna choose this religion right here that allows me to have multiple wives. I'm gonna choose this religion that allows me to go to church on Saturday instead of Sunday. So here's the thing: if you're waiting on God to do something, what about the gifts He's already given you? If He's given you the gift to have a conversation, to use your common sense, right? To have the intestinal fortitude and intellect to learn things and to learn how to communicate with people. Hasn't he already given you what you need to pursue what it is that you want? Because a lot of times when we pick people based on what we feel those people fit in reference for our lives. So if you're just sitting around waiting on God to send someone, well, God didn't send you that job. You had to apply for that job. You had to get the educational background or the life experience to go into that particular situation. So why is God sending you a man? Somebody talk to me. Come on, JC. Stop laughing, goddamn it. Stop giggling.
No, like nah, you're right about that. You know what I'm saying?
Talk to me.
Women got ambition, they got drive. You get any kind of career they want, they go for it. But it comes down to a man, it's like they want to be all shy and like, oh, he's the man. He's supposed to go out here and approach me. Why not be a little bit more aggressive? You know what I'm saying? Say, hey, nice. Hey, I'm Stephanie. I'm Dana. Like, what's wrong with that?
JC, somebody,
Put it in
somebody,
the sport.
somebody ain't gonna share this. They're not going to share this, and I'm going to tell you why. Because what they think right now, we're saying women need to be more aggressive. Hell no. Women are extra aggressive right now. When I say they being like in reference to sexuality, in reference to demanding respect, you ladies are doing the damn thing. This is what I'm telling you. Right now, stop using the excuse that God is going to do something for you. God has already gave you the ability to say, hey, God, you full of shit. I'm going to leave you alone. He gave you the ability to say, you know what? I'm smart enough because I got 99 degrees, right? I got positive friends around me. I got positive role models in reference for to my parents. They've already taught me how to find a bullshit man. They've already taught me. So if they've already taught you those things and you already have those attributes, that intellectual fortitude, why the hell are you now waiting for God to hand deliver you a man? I need somebody to answer that question right now, goddammit. Somebody answer the question.
Okay, hold on one second. Let's go read some of these comments. Okay, we got Gabriel, Mary, who else we got? Jesse. Okay. Remy said, I had this boy in high school. He showed interest, but he never pursued. But I didn't as well. He was a good dude. That was before my husband. He always threw hints. He was interested, but he never pursued me. So, yeah. Candace said, who all on here are waiting on God for a man? Raise your hand, LOL. But yeah, like I said before, like I said, there's nothing wrong with being a little aggressive towards the man. Like, let him know that you're interested in him. You know, that's gonna make you stand out from the pack. You know, too many women just expect a man to do so much as far as going there to approach you, going out there to arrange a date and stuff like that. But there's nothing wrong with just saying, hey, I'm interested in you, and then allow that man to take heed in the hints that you're taking to make decisions to go out there and approach you. You know.
One of the key things is that we use religion, you know, based on how convenient it is. We use religion as human beings in today's society and throughout time, period. But we use religion based on how convenient it is. Isn't it amazing how we tell women or how we appreciate and applaud women and say, you know what, you are strong, you are independent, you are entrepreneurs, you are business owners, you are single parents, you are all of these things, but you're not strong enough by yourself to go find you a good man. You're not strong enough by yourself to pick a good man out of multiple men. I think I say, ladies, you're selling yourself short if you say I'm waiting on God, because God has already given you what you need to choose a good man. See, here's what's going to happen. While you waiting for that good man to come, you're going to miss him. While you waiting for that good man to come, you're going to miss him, because you're going to say, well, I didn't see the good man at Walmart. I didn't see the good man at the Waffle House. I didn't see the good man at church. The thing about it is, it's like, well, who did you pursue? Who did you actually have a conversation and say, you know what, I wouldn't mind getting to know X, Y, and Z. Stop saying you're waiting on God and being lazy. That goes both ways. But here's the thing, you hear a lot of people use that cliche term, I'm waiting for God to send me a man. Well, wait for God to do your hair. Wait for God to give you that butt implant. Wait for God to give you them breasts. Wait for God to wait for God to give you that hair. Wait for God. Once you start waiting for God for that, then you can wait for God to send you a man. Somebody talk to me. Somebody talk to me.
Okay. Brianna said, women should not pursue me. Women should not pursue me. That's just that you can be attracted to him, but you shouldn't chase after him. Let him come to you. Yeah. But the
No,
problem
we ain't
is,
doing that. No, we ain't doing that. No, we didn't say chase after nobody. Don't put no words in our mouth, lady. We didn't say chase after. We said if you see somebody that's attractive to you, that fits in reference to, that's pleasant to your eyes, you just happen to have a simple conversation and you want to get to know that man, hey, let's go for coffee. Let's do lunch. Let's do brunch. We didn't say chase after a motherfucker. That ain't what we said. We said if you see something you like, then have the fortitude, the courage, the mental capacity to go and say, hey, I would love to get to know you better. Come on now, we grown, let's talk grown. We grown, let's talk grown. The thing about it is when you hear messages like this, the first thing you do is you have to throw something in there that sounds astronomical. They're telling us to go chase after men. Hell no. Hell no. And just like we're telling men, don't chase after women. If you have a mutual understanding, you find a woman that's on your level, she's confident, she's educated, she got money in the bank, she take care of her kids if she got kids, she's handling her shit as an adult. Guess what? They're going to meet in the middle. They're going to meet in the middle. No one's going to outdo the other one. They're going to meet in the middle, and they're going to have a successful relationship. Somebody talk to me. Somebody talk to me.
Yeah, you're right about that. You know, because a lot of brothers, they like I said, they're afraid to approach. You know, because what I was telling you about last time about the whole, you know, the toxic masculinity as far as, you know, you feel like a lot of guys feel like they're doing something wrong when they approach a woman and stuff. So subconsciously, they may see a woman that they like, interested in, want to talk to, but they feel like, oh, she's out of my league. Oh, I can't get her. So you're already self-doubting, and that could have been somebody you could have been compatible with. But because your own insecurities, you're not going to go over there and approach her, you know?
Well, you just said a great thing, JC. You said a great thing. Listen, if you are insecure about approaching that woman, then guess what, ladies? Guess what? Maybe God is trying to tell you something. I'm just saying. Maybe God is trying to tell you something. Maybe that's not the man for you. You understand what I'm saying? Maybe that's not the man for you. You want the man that's going to be confident and on his shit. You see what I'm saying? On his grown man. That means he's handling his responsibilities, whatever those responsibilities may be. So if that's the case and that man approaches you, hey, game on. But if he's scared to approach you, if he lacks confidence, then sometimes he lacks ambition. If he lacks ambition, then sometimes he doesn't exude communication skills. So with that being said, that's not the man for you. Right now, y'all need to be sharing because this is some real life stuff. Brother, stop saying that God is going to send you a man and start being proactive. That's what we're saying. Talk to me.
Yeah, but like I said, I mean, I gotta disagree with you on one thing. Yeah, I gotta disagree with you.
Come on.
Now, when you're talking about as far as men being afraid to approach, it's not so much that because as men too, we're goal oriented as well. We go for what we want as men. You know, it don't take us that long to know what we want. As far as we go to McDonald's, we already know what we want to get. But as far as a woman, it's like constantly a lot of guys. It's like they freeze up. You know what I'm saying? And they're not really thinking like themselves when they see a woman. You know. That's why I feel like a lot of guys aren't really out there approaching and stuff. And there's a lot of the good dudes aren't out there approaching. And that's why the women are getting with the womanizers, the pimps, the max, the players like that, because they got the confidence enough, the aggressiveness, the assertiveness to go out there and approach. Because that's what they do.
Okay.
You know, they used to be with women, so they know how to talk to women, know how to, you know, get with them, or know how to seduce them.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want y'all to give Mr. JC a round of applause. Mr. JC just said some very good stuff, and I like it. I'm gonna re-point that thing out for him. He said that the men that's approaching these women are womanizers, pimps, and they know how to talk to women, so it's nothing to start a conversation. So we're gonna roll back to what Mario said, because you still did not say what Mario said. So we're gonna bring that back. What I said was, just because a man has the ability to be able to talk to you, you as an educated woman, we're not even talking about a black woman, we're talking about a woman, right, who has the intestinal fortitude or the mental capacity to decide whether that man is right for you based on your life experiences, based on your common sense, based on your morals and your principles and the things that you practice on a daily basis. So you have to decide, just because that man was brave enough to come speak to you does not mean that man is for you. Stop me when I lie. You have all of the space and time and effort and ability to say, this is not for me. This is not for me. But a lot of times women get caught up in that, well, since he approached me, they stop doing the assessment. They stop doing the assessment of that man. Well, does he have, first of all, is he a good communicator? Does he take care of his responsibilities? Is he a nice person? All the things that you need to assess that man, for some reason you stop assessing that man because he fine. Huh? Because he got a print in them sweatpants. What? Or you clout chasing. See, the thing about it is you got to continue to do your assessments. You waiting on God and you ain't doing no work. You waiting on God and you ain't doing no work. Who got what? So, JC, say something, JC.
Okay. Well, yeah, like even when you say waiting on God, I mean, you look at Ruth and as far as Boaz, Ruth was in her purpose. You know, you got to be in your purpose. You're not going to be able to. You may not be able to find you. You're not whole yourself. You're not healed. You're not healthy. Your mindset is, oh man, ain't about nothing. So they're not about anything. So your mindset has to change for a man to find you. Because if you're putting out negative energy, negative vibes into the universe, that's what God's going to bring you. He's going to bring you ain't shit men. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't have you're not healthy in your life relationship, you haven't been in therapy, you haven't changed your mindset, then that's what the universe is going to tend to keep giving you over and over again. That's why a lot of them keep saying, why keep running to the same guys over and over again? Because that's the type of vibe that you putting out there, you know?
Okay, good point. This is what I want to leave you. I want to give you this analogy, right? When you leave the house, let's say we're planning on going to work. We wake up, we do all the hygiene stuff, we eat. Some people do physical fitness. You know, you kiss your kids if you got kids. You sit down, you might watch the news or listen to the radio. You got all that in your head, right? You plan on driving, so hey, you got gas in the car. You start the car to warm it up. However, whatever your morning routine is, right? And you're going to work. Now, work is only let's say less than 20 miles away from your house. This is what happens. While you're driving to work, you see a beautiful sunset. You didn't plan on seeing that sunset. You didn't wake up and say, you know what, I hope I see a beautiful sunset today. But the sunset just happened to pop up. You're driving and you notice that sunset. That sunset stands out, right? You decide to pull over to the side of the road and watch that sunset. That's the way we have to be in life. We got to be that sunset. I don't need to go looking for you. But if you happen to cross my path, then damn it, this is your time. This is your moment. This is your 5 minutes of fame to prove your worth, to show who you are. That's just how it is. Now, the thing about it is I realize that if you believe in a higher power, some people say, you know what, God is going to do this and God is going to do that. But when you were born, God said, if there was an assembly line, God said, you're going to be a good singer. You're going to be a good dancer. You're going to be a good rapper. You're going to be a good politician. You're going to be a good preacher. He's already given you, if you believe in higher powers, he's already given you the abilities to go out there and be that sunset. Somebody talk to me. Come on, JC. Come on, JC.
Okay. Someone said, Rihanna said, men are not doing too much anything anymore. Women are the new men. Shaking my head. Yeah, like a lot of times I feel like a woman still feel like it's still the pressure of her to go out there and approach and chase after a man, and they feel like it's still put on the woman like her masculinity if she gotta go out there and approach a man, you know. So like, what's your response to that? You know, as far as if she want to be her feminine energy, have a man approach her, have the confidence enough to approach her, but she got to go out there and approach him. Then how's that dynamic?
You know what's so funny, man? Okay. First of all, good question. That was a good question. Here's my thing. You don't lose anything by approaching a man. You don't lose dignity. You don't lose respect. You don't lose time. You say that you are confident enough to say, I see something that I like. I admire this sunset and I want to get to know more about it. I want to see more sunsets. So you decided that you wanted to approach this person as an educated woman, as a sophisticated woman, as a woman that was on her shit, right? You have conversations every day. Some women just approach other women just to gossip. So you telling me you can go approach a stranger to find out about BS and drama, but you can't approach a stranger to find out if this could be your future husband? Stop taking the responsibility off of yourself, saying that this is a man's responsibility. It's a man's responsibility to be a protector, to be a provider, and be a role model. Where in the hell does it say a man has to approach you? A man has to approach you because if you approach him, you're going to lose all femininity. Like, you're going to lose everything, all the essence of being a woman.
It's not so much
You keep
that.
waiting. You keep waiting. Where in the Quran does it say that? Where in Buddhism, where does it say if you approach a man, you know you're going to lose your shit? You're going to lose your shit if you approach that man. I'm telling you. Don't do it. Don't do it. I'm just saying.
But no, it's
Come
not
on,
so much
Casey.
that. It's just a lot of women don't want to feel like they're acting thirsty towards a dude. You know, they're out there approaching him and stuff. They have, you know, they have insecurities too. They have doubts too, like, oh, he might not like me, or they just feel like it's just a man's job to go out there and approach and pursue the woman. You know, that's what they've been conditioned since they was little girls. I don't know if all these, you know, Disney movies and Pixar is about, you know, finding, you know, Romeo or finding Prince Charming, and you know, it has gotten their mindset changed that a man has to go out there and find a woman. So,
So
you
when
know.
you say condition, you know what I mean, and I hate to kind of bend over here to the Muslim side of the house or whatever. What I know about, you know, those guys over there, but you know, let's change the narrative up and let's actually look at society right now and say, you know what's so funny? A woman will go to the club half naked, right? Hold on. A woman will go to the club half naked. That means if she turns too fast, her chest coming out, right? She'll go to something where you can see all the way up her thighs. You can see the vagina print. But you're telling me that if she approaches a man, she loses something as a woman. So it's more important to be express your sexuality, and nobody better not say nothing about that, right? But it's not important to say, as a woman, you should be confident enough to approach a man and say, you know what, I find you attractive. I wouldn't mind getting to know you. We gotta stop playing pussyfooting with the standards, brother. Either you're gonna be confident in your sexuality and who you are as a person and be able to approach men, or you're going to say, well, you're gonna let men dictate the status quo. Because everything that about today, especially with Carly B, everything about today's society says that women are not going with the status quo. They're making their own lane. So why would you tell me you're waiting for a man to find you? You changing the game every time you go to the club, every time you go to church, every single time you step out the house. You're saying that I'm going to exude the best sexual qualities that I can. That this is me, this is how I am, etc., etc. A woman will kiss another woman on a Facebook Live, but you're telling me those same women can't go approach a man? We need to stop letting go of the responsibility of what we should be doing. Talk to me.
Okay. Hafiz just said, "He who finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from
Oh,
the Lord."
shit. Oh, oh, shit. You know what's so funny, man? You know, I know a lot of people who quote a lot of things. Quran, the Buddhist, Christian, Baptist. How does quoting the Bible or quoting a religious source help you? How does it help you? You know what I'm saying? Now, some things could give you a principle of standards to say, this is how you should live, you know, do unto others, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, because everybody has their own version of the 10 Commandments. But let me ask you a question. You over 20 years old and you say, you know what, I'm waiting for God to send me a man, girl. I'm waiting for God to send me a woman, dog. How's that
Yeah.
working out for you? I want somebody to say, yep, it worked for me. I was just sitting on my front porch and a man just walked up and said, hey, how you doing? Guess where I'm from? I'm just saying, God sent me here for you, girl. You know, I mean, you can't be naive in your religion. You can't focus on and say, oh, well, I'm waiting for God. I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to continue to wait on God, and guess what's going to happen? You're going to be 75 years old, and you're going to be on your deathbed and say, you know what, maybe at 55, I should have started looking for somebody. I'm just saying, because God was a little slow when it came to me. I'm just saying. Talk to me.
Yeah, but yeah, you're right about that. But I really feel bad for the women that are in their mid 30s and trying to like start a family and they're waiting on their husband. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of guys just want to be with a lot of BS and just want to, just tell them what they want to hear. Not really had a good attention to find a wife. They're still trying to play games, but she's trying to find, a husband, and then she's trying to have a family. So what you say about those women, they're trying to find their husband, but at the same time, they understand that the clock is ticking, and they may not be able to have a child or start a family.
Okay. I understand about the biological clock. I get it. I understand it. And for those women that get caught up in the rigmarole of dealing with somebody that's not serious about actually pursuing a relationship or being committed to a relationship, I got it. But JC, I'm on your ass tonight, young man. I'm on your ass, and I'm telling you why. I'm on you because I'm telling you why. Here's the thing. You can't tell me that women are super educated, but when it comes to relationships, now we playing dumb. For those people who know about business, right? Let's say you draw up a contract between you and another party, and then during that contract process or that business process or transaction, you go through your steps to seal the deal. At what step do you say, you know what, this don't sound right? He not as committed as he should be. He don't communicate like he should be. He don't ask me how my day is going like he should be. He don't ever ask me, am I hungry, like he should. Why are you sealing the deal? Why are you, oh yeah, this is where I want to be at? No, it is your responsibility to be able to assess that situation before you get caught up. Before you get caught up. The problem is a lot of women jump into relationships based on what happened in the last relationship. So now you knee deep in this the brand new relationship, giving the new guy all of the old perks. They ain't got to work for it. They ain't got to work for it. They ain't got to work for it. You can come over when you want to. We can sleep together when you want to. You can drive my car. I'm going to give you money. I'm giving you all the perks of my ex. But because you're the new guy and because I need somebody here to validate and affirm that I'm somebody, you got to think about it. A lot of women put themselves in that situation. So who do you blame? Do you blame the ex? Do you blame the new guy? Or do you blame the nucleus? The nucleus is that woman. You make that decision. You can't say God did it. No, God didn't do that. You caused that. Talk to me, man.
Yeah, you heard about that. Diva said, "I feel you, but the last time I approached a guy, he took advantage of me and never really liked me. So never again I would make the first move." Okay, that is one guy out of how many men out here? So what do you think a lot of men feel like when we constantly get rejected over and over again? We still have to get up the mountain, still have to
Well, I
get
don't
up.
know about that over and over and over again shit.
I mean,
I
I'm
don't know
not
about
talking
that.
about you and I.
Whoa,
I'm not
brother.
talking about us, our kind. No, we're on a different platform. I'm talking about the regular guys.
I got you. I got you.
I'm saying like the guys that constantly get rejected over and over again, and women are like, you're getting upset because you approached one guy and he did you wrong. But
Well,
what do guys have to go through every day?
well, let's
You
play
know,
devil's advocate. Let's say that guy was telling her everything she wanted to hear. You are beautiful. You are amazing. Everything you do, girl, you can't do no wrong. Oh, Lord, look at that body. He's saying every single thing to stroke your ego, right? And then as you go on, as you get to know him, as you start doing things and you start being around him more, you start to see things that just don't make sense. Every time he's over, you know what I'm saying? He's getting crazy phone calls in the middle of the night. You can hear it's a girl's voice. You're going out to Walmart. You got females approaching him. Things just don't look right. Then why are you investing your time? If he respects you, he's going to commit. If he respects you, he's going to commit. He's going to start cutting things off that he don't want you to question. He don't want to put you in that predicament. He doesn't want to cause you that stress. The issue is that you decided, well, I'll just let that go. I'll just let that go because I think God sent this man to me. No, you seen his ass in the goddamn club and decided to get with him. Come on now. You fell into a situation. But the thing about it is it's never too late to say, you know what, this is not working for me. That's the problem. All of these bosses and divas and bad bitches and dons and pimps and no one's brave enough to say, this ain't working for me. I'm done. I'm done. Not I'm done after 3 years. I'm done after 17 years. I'm done after 9 kids. I'm done after you was whooping my ass. I'm done. I'm done because what you did was you lack consistency. You lack communication. You can't even have sex good. You didn't even want to take care of your damn kids. I'm done. That's what we need to be teaching our children. That's what we need to be talking to in reference to talking to your homeboy, talking to your homegirl. That's what the OGs should be teaching. Learn how to walk the hell away. When that relationship ain't working, learn how to walk away. But make sure it's not your goddamn fault. You waiting on God to tell you to walk away? No, he's giving you common sense. Common sense say this shit ain't working. Talk to me, JC.
Yeah, you're right about that. You know, God does tell you when to let go, but because sometimes women's intuition, you know, won't allow them to see the truth. But yeah, like I said before, you know, their intuition let them know that a guy may not be right, but for whatever reason they feel that they can change them, you know, mold them, whatever you want to call it. But also too, as men, we gotta stop stringing women along and be honest from the jump. You know, I feel like, I mean, a lot of guys they're in wolves and sheep's clothing. So, you know, just because he may look good, he may act good, doesn't mean he's right for you. So you still have to
I hate
be,
JC. I hate
you
you.
still got to
Oh,
be
I hate
cautious
you.
of that. You know what
I
I'm
hate
saying?
you.
Because a lot of
Oh,
guys
you son of a.
they like to play the
I
actor
hate.
role.
Why are you trying to make
And
men sound like predators?
I'm not saying it like that. I'm just saying that like
Wolves in sheep
young
clothing,
men
mother.
should be safe, and they fall for it because that's what they you know, that's what they accustomed to hearing or something different. So we have to be honest with our intentions and be straightforward with it. You know, stop leading women on and then blaming them while they have trust issues, and we're not making anything better when we keep lying and just being deceitful. You know.
You know what's interesting to me when people use God as like this, almost like an scapegoat. They say, you know, like they say one of their friends died in a car accident, right? And they say, oh well, it's just their time to go. No, that motherfucker was drinking and driving. So it wasn't his time to go. He motherfucking sped that shit up. The thing about it is we use God when it's convenient for us. You understand what I'm saying? We use God as this noun, this person, place, and thing that just I'm gonna put God right here. I'm gonna put God right here. And a lot of times it's not that God can't fit into the equation, but to me, I feel like God don't have nothing to do with the equation. He don't have nothing to do with it. Like he's gonna say, I'm gonna give you the opportunity to make this decision. I'm gonna give you the opportunity to choose wrong from right, to choose this man from that man. See what I'm saying? A lot of women looking for men that's married, right? A lot of looking for men that's going to buy them. Well, my thing about it is if you start off in a manner that a man should not respect who you are for you, based on who you are, based on your characteristic, not on your body, not on how bad in a club you look. You're picking men based on attributes that a lot of women try to broadcast to get men in attention. But you're not using your attributes to pick men that say, you know what, let me have a conversation. Let me have an intimate conversation with this man, and so that we can get to know the real me. The issue is that the reason why a lot of you get strung up in relationships, because you never let someone know who you really are. And you never take the time to find out who they really are. Today, right now, a lot of people dating, they don't even know the person that they dealing with favorite color. They don't know their favorite movie. They don't know any type of situation that man caused them trauma when they grew up. They don't know nothing about them, but they know they dress good. They know they can sing, they can dance. They got a nice car, they got a nice house. They got a little money in the bank. People know them around town a little bit. That ain't got nothing to do with God. Nothing to do with God. That's you and your decision. You chose to be there. You chose to pick that person. So when it messes up, well, maybe God didn't want him. That wasn't for me because God didn't want that relationship to work. No, you didn't want that relationship to work because you didn't take the time to build a relationship up. You gave the situation a title. That's my bae, my boo, my man, my girl. But you didn't give the situation the competence and the reality of, let me learn who the hell I'm dealing with. Talk to me, bro.
Yeah, let me read on these comments. Akita said, I do agree with you when you say if a man really wants you, he would not put you in a situation to question his loyalty because he's willing to let it all, whatever it is that will have you question his reason for being there. Yeah. I mean, like I said before, I mean, it's all about guys just being honest and straightforward with their intentions. You know your dude, just want to have sex, let her know, and let her decide that's what she want to. There's too many dudes out here trying to sell a woman a dream, and it's not like beneficial to her. If you're not gonna be man enough to stand on your principle, your core values, then like what are you really trying to do? And how can you really blame a woman if she has issues as far as dealing with trust that she's been hurt, in the past?
JC, sex is easy to get. Sex is easy to get, bro, right? Women want sex just as much as men want sex. So we know that. We get that.
Nah,
The issue is that, what about a positive relationship? What about a positive relationship? That's the issue. The issue is that you don't see that heavily broadcast. You don't see it heavily broadcast. People think being in a good relationship is my man being able to fly me to Mexico anytime I want. My man being able to go take me to the mall and tear it down and shop and do whatever. They checking the block in reference to top priorities, number 1 or 2, in reference to this is what a good relationship is based on. Here's the thing. My man being able to buy me whatever I want, when I want it, is higher than being consistent. It's higher than being able to communicate. It's higher than checking on me on a daily basis. Higher than taking care of, if you do have kids, or taking care of his kids that's of another situation. These priorities are overshadowed by what that man can do for your ego, what that man can do for you financially. Not if that man is going to come and actually have a conversation, a positive conversation. What are your attributes? What are you trying to achieve in the next year or 5 years? How can I help you with that? Are you going back to school? Okay, maybe I can, check out a couple papers for you, check out a couple books for you. Like, what are you really doing to build? They say you can take a person who's hungry and you can give them a fish. Or you can take the person and teach them how to fish. The thing about it is, you get with a man, it's like he's giving you fish. He's giving you fish. And as soon as that man leaves, you know what happens? You go find somebody else to give you more fish. Not to build you up, to provide for you. Give me the fish, because I don't want to learn. Not give me the riding wheel, because I'm not willing to work for it. And that's what I'm saying. Stop waiting on God to give you something and start working for it. Talk to me, brother.
Yeah, Nardi said it's not about sex with a man. It's about how the woman's treated after the sex. Yeah, I mean, you're right about that. It's easy to put on the face and go on dates and meetups, meet and greets, but are you gonna be consistent? And that's one thing, women crave is that consistency, or a lot of men they fail to realize. Like we said in our first video about how do men lose their women, it's being inconsistent, lying, and communication errors. So, you know, are you going to be consistent? Are you going to be the man that you told you're going to be? That's one thing a lot of women are waiting for too. So you got to be cautious of that as well.
I think that level of consistency. See, the thing about it is, ladies and gentlemen, when you guys hear people talk about relationships, you gotta listen to the narrative. I don't talk in a manner of I'm going to relieve anyone, whether man or woman, relieve them of responsibilities. Every single thing that we talk about in regards to consistency, in regards to being upfront about what it is that you want, in regards to taking care of your responsibilities, etc., etc., etc. It falls on both people involved, both adults. I'm not even gonna say man and woman because we know we got women on women and men on men. So I'm gonna say both adults. We gotta stop. We gotta stop relieving people of responsibility. Because this is the thing: if you leave this live right now and be like, "Yeah, it's the man's fault, child," right? It's that toxic masculinity. It's the man's fault. And you don't feel any obligation to say, well, maybe I, as a woman, need to be more consistent, need to be more loving, need to be more upfront, need to be more of a go-getter, not just for my career, not just for my education or my children and self, but actually for my relationship. I see something I like, I'm going to introduce myself. Let's see what he does. Let's see what he does. Because here's the thing. When two go-getters meet, and those people that can relate. If you can't, then hey, listen. When two go-getters meet, that means I'm doing my thing, you doing your thing. I'm not gonna break my neck to come talk to you. I'm not. I'm not gonna break my neck to come talk to you. Now, if we just happen to cross paths and I can say a few words and cool, but you may think I saw you and I didn't see you. You didn't catch my eye. You understand what I'm saying? But I caught your eye. So you're telling me because I didn't see you, there's no reason for you to come and talk to me. Because you waiting on God to see, oh, well, God, if you could just let him turn around. Well, okay, keep waiting. Keep waiting. Keep waiting. Talk to me, bro.
First, it said that's why you know your self worth. You don't go into relationships like that. It shouldn't be all about money, and it shouldn't be about how much wisdom you talk about, what goals and standards you have. Yeah, you're right about that. You gotta have, like I said, you gotta have your own core values, your core values as far as what you want, what you expect, and what you're trying to settle just to say that you have a man or just to say you have a woman. You know, people got to figure out who they are, have identity, get healing, all that good stuff before you try to go out there and date somebody. Because as president, that's what's needed. One that said, why are you solely dependent upon the other person to complement your attributes? It's 50-50. You both have to meet in the middle. Yeah, you're right about that. You know, but I feel like if the person you're dating, is not adding any kind of value to your life, then what's the refer the purpose? You're still struggling by yourself. You're still getting stuff done by yourself. Then what's the point of having to mate? You know. You know?
I want to say this because I believe it's a fair statement. And I think that so far this conversation has been pretty well rounded because we know JC is team female. He's going to promote you. Hey, listen, I got love for JC, but we know JC is like anytime he can give female a leg up, he gonna give a leg up to a female. But so
I
here's
mean, I
my
love my
thing.
sisters. I love my sisters. You know,
I think it's safe to say
I love my queens out
JC
there. You
love
know.
him. I got you. I feel you. But I think it's safe to say this right here. Sometimes, ladies and gentlemen, you're gonna meet people they're gonna be attractive, they're gonna be ambitious, they're going to have the attributes and the things that you're looking for. Cool. But for some reason, they're not gonna be where they need to be in life. That somebody just died, they're not mentally on their game, financially on their game, socially in reference to the things that they want to do. Something's not gonna be there. I'm not telling you to shy away from those people. I'm not telling you that they can't be an asset to your life. What I'm saying to you is that you need to have the self-fortitude, right? The mental capacity to sit down and have a conversation with that person and give them a fair assessment. See if they're qualified for the job. They might not need a doctorate degree. They might just need an associate's degree. You understand what I'm saying? So don't say, because he might say, well, I dropped out of school. I didn't get my bachelor's. But you didn't check to find out if he had an associate. You understand what I'm saying? So don't just try to cut people down. Have a conversation. If they're well, they put together well, right? They seem to be polite, or they seem to be respectful. They seem to be doing everything. Okay, cool. That warrants coffee. That warrants brunch or lunch. Let me get to know you. Let's have a conversation. We got to stop being afraid of having conversations and stop waging it on, well, if you don't drive a Benz, if you don't drive a Jaguar or Audi, or, I mean, he could have $70,000 in the bank and be driving a Honda Civic. You got to stop saying what society says makes people look lit or make people look relevant, because everybody don't value the same things. Bill Gates don't dress like Puff Daddy. I'm just saying. I'm not saying Puffy ain't got no money. I'm just saying they don't dress the same. So it's hard to gauge certain people. You got to have the conversation to check people's worth. And if they know their worth, they're going to be able to exude that worth to you throughout that conversation. Talk to me, JC.
I just want to give some shout outs going on. Tori, Des, Latanya. Des said, if a woman approaches you, y'all get together into a relationship. When she goes out alone, you mean to tell me I thought would never cross your mind that maybe she's approaching another guy? Not really. I know, like I said, we're exclusive. She's already gonna know what I expect of her. What I'm already gonna know what she expects out of me. So
Who you
I
said
already
said
let
that?
her alone. You said what?
Who you said that comment?
Des, he said if a woman approaches you, y'all get together and get into a relationship. When she goes out alone, you mean to tell me the thought would never cross your mind that maybe she's out approaching another guy?
Okay, so check this out. Just because a woman does not, okay, I got it. Just because a woman doesn't do something with you or does do something with you doesn't mean that she's automatically going to do it with the next person. You understand what I'm saying? Here's the thing. If you are confident that you've made the right decision in reference to the person that you're with, and you have to second guess them every time they go out, you're the one with the insecurities. You are the one with the insecurities. And that insecurity is going to play out in that relationship, and it's going to drain that relationship. It's going to strain that relationship, and you're going to find yourself dealing with the problems that you were insecure about. That means that woman is going to get so tired of you telling her she's doing something. You're assuming that she's doing something. She's going to go do it. She's going to go do it. And in retaliation, guess what you're going to do? You're going to go do the same thing as well. So here's the thing. Don't pick anybody. Don't pick anybody. You notice I said that God didn't send her or God didn't send him. You don't pick anybody that you have to question their intentions. You see what I'm saying? Don't pick them. Don't pick them. Don't pick them. It's that simple. It's that simple. And if you're scared of your significant other having a damn conversation with another man or a woman, don't blame it on God. That's your ass.
Yeah. Okay, Des said I didn't
Don't
say
blame it
that.
on
I
God.
asked. You said I didn't ask that. I asked it would it cross your mind. I mean, for me personally, it really wouldn't cross my mind because if every woman is different. Every woman treats every dude differently because she may be, oh, another type of girl with one dude, then another dude she may have sex with, or, she might be like, okay, I'm waiting for a relationship, or I'm celibate to one dude, and then next thing you know, she's out with another dude. So it depends on the woman and the guy who she's dealing with.
I,
You know what I'm
I think
saying?
JC, I think we need to rewind because I think people think we're talking about just messing with anybody. I'm talking about pursuing your wife or your husband or somebody for a committed relationship. So if you chose someone that has those attributes of I'm going to talk to everybody and I'm going to give my number out and I'm going to be in everybody's face, that's who you chose. That's who you
Okay.
chose. So would it cross my mind? Yeah, it would cross my mind if that's the person that I chose. If I didn't choose that type of person, then I'm not worried about it. There's no need for me to put that thought process in my head and then let it manifest. I'm not going to choose someone and say, okay, well, I know every time she goes out, she come back home with all types of clothes ripped up, stains all on the clothes. Like, what the hell you been doing? That
Yeah.
ain't the type of person you want to choose, that you got to question. That's what I'm saying. If you really want to be in that relationship, you are going to do what you need to do as an adult. Look, bro, I'm not even going to try to be out all types of the night. I'm going to be home. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to check on you. I'm going to do what it is that I need to do. That way, that person doesn't have to be on guard and they don't have to worry about that. JC, what's up? What these
Yeah,
comments? I
you're
can't
right
see no
about
comment.
No, you're right about that. You know, if I sit here, got questions, who you with, who you talking to. I mean, you're being disrespectful to myself, my last name, and legacy. So, and I just cut ties like that. I'm not afraid to cut ties because when I meet you, you're ever gonna know the standards. You're ever gonna know what I want from you. You're ever gonna know my core values. So, you're already gonna know the standard. Just like you go to your job, they have the standard. They have, code of conduct. They already know what you expect out their employee.
Mhm.
I'm the same way. You already know what you're getting out of me. Like there's no second guessing anything. So, and like I said, that's why I
No
was saying,
doubt.
guys gotta have standards, you gotta have core values and what they're about, and quit just, looking at her physical and look at her morals, her character, and just evaluate her like you're a CEO or working for a company. You're trying to hire somebody.
I think we need to stop using religion as an scapegoat. Whether you're Muslim, Christian, Buddhist, whatever it is, stop using religion as your scapegoat. Everything that happens bad in your life, oh well, God didn't want it to happen for me. Everything that happens good, well, it was because of God. Well, sometimes it's because of you. The reason why you passed that test, let's say that state exam or whatever, because God gave you the mental capacity and the fortitude to sit down and study, to know how to take that information and regurgitate it back on a essay or a multiple choice questionnaire. Got it. But stop thinking that God is going to tell you what to do. God is going to grab you by your hand and say, oh, well, you better do this or you shouldn't do this. Some things is left on us. Stop trying to alleviate your responsibility in your relationships and in your life by saying, well, God didn't do it for me or God didn't want it to happen. No, God wasn't against your relationship. Your inconsistency was against that relationship. Your negativity was against that relationship. It was you. And see, the thing about it is you got to have good people around you to tell you those things. Because if you don't have positive people, again, if you don't have positive people around you to tell you, that's you messing up. They ain't got nothing to do with God. You messed up that relationship. They ain't got nothing to do with God. So now to turn into your 30s, 40s, 50s and say, well, you know what? I'm going to wait on God to send me a man. Well, show me how many people that's working for. Show me how many people that's working for. Show me. Show me, and then we can have a conversation. But I'm telling you right now, for all those people that said they love to quote the Bible, they love to quote the Quran. Well, do you really believe that? Because a lot of people turn on and turn off religion when it's convenient for them. I'll find a man speaking all types of things from the Quran and still go cheat on his wife. I'll find somebody who believes in Christianity and still go beat on their wife. See what I'm saying? So it's all of these things. I'm going to turn on religion and off religion when I feel like it. Stop waiting on God to do what you should be doing because he's giving you the attributes to do it. Use your common sense. It's time. It's time. Talk to me, JC.
Yeah, like I said, you're right about that. You gotta use your common sense. What's going on, Tiffany? But yeah, though, D'Amico said, I think there's commendable for a woman to pursue a man. She knows what she wants. The girl is talking to right now, she gave me her number, LOL. Yeah, I mean, like I said, women, like I said, I don't really have an issue with women as far as putting themselves out there, as far as like letting them know that, he's handsome or um, he's good looking or nice cologne. But I got a question for you, Mario. Like, what would be like the best way for a woman to get at you? They want to get at you. Like, what are some things that stand out to you as far as aligning to your core values and what you're looking for in a woman outside of just her physical? What are some ways
Well,
that make women different than other women?
okay, good point. I'm going to say, I'm going to talk about the woman that actually did stand out to me. I'm going to talk about her. First of all, it's about confidence. It's about confidence. It's not about having a conversation with someone. You can gauge a lot of things. Okay, you can gauge if that person wants something from you, if they need you, if they require validation, if they're going through something, you can just gauge a lot of things. Or you can just gauge if they just a good, cool, down to earth person and they just really just want to just chill and mellow out. What gets me is the fact that you know how to not only have a good time at the appropriate time, but you also handle whatever it is that you have going on in your life. You don't have to be rich. You don't have to have a doctorate degree. You don't have to, you know what I'm saying, not have no kids. You just have to be able to say, you know what, I'm an adult and I back it up with my actions. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. So for me, man, it's really just being who you are, being confident about who you are, and not trying to oversell me how you a boss, how you a diva, how you the baddest bitch. Like, you don't have to sell me that. You see what I'm saying? I'll stamp you with that. I'll put that in your passport. I'll put that stamp in your passport. You know what? Hey, they on their shit. They bad. I'll do that for you. But when you constantly try to oversell that, it overshadows who you really are. And now you put on this facade, and now I'm kind of forced to treat you like every other average female, because that's who you want to be instead of be yourself. What about you, man? What about you? What would get your attention?
I mean, just a conversation, a woman that's handling her business. I don't really discreet if she has kids or not. I mean, as long as she's respectful, kind, as long as she's family oriented, I got to be able to put you in all type of scenarios, like whether with my friends, family, coworkers. It's just you're just a cool chick, you're loyal and you're faithful, and you're all about team us. It's not about you. It's all about the teamwork, me and you. You know what I'm saying? And
No doubt. No doubt.
you know what I'm saying? It's not about who's better. You know, it's all about helping each other. We're both on the same team. I don't look at you greater, and I don't look at you less than. You know what I'm saying? We're all on the same
Mhm.
page. You know?
Man, at the end of the day, man, it's about having fun. It's about being with someone that respects you and vice versa. And somebody that's going to help you build. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying an empire, but they're going to help you build, upon your character. They're going to help you build upon your morals. They're going to help you build upon your family, your household. They're going to be sensible,
Yeah.
sensible and simple. So, man, again, man, I always appreciate you bringing me on here. Uh, my last words would be to people is that, um, God definitely is responsible for a lot of things, or your higher power is responsible for a lot of things. But it is okay. It takes no value away from you as a man or a woman to take a step. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? If you're trying to lose weight,